Hi everyone, I'm Rachel, your host today. We are back with IWA podcast. IWA, in short, Women for Women Association. Women come together for real talk, personal growth, and peer support. We are a woman-focused community where every woman will be able to lean on each other together and make a difference to the world. Follow us on our respective channels to get regular updates about our community. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to IWA Video Podcast. In the entrepreneur series, the industry that we are focusing on today is the digital marketing. So, digital marketing has slowly taken over our life. It has taken the place of conventional marketing strategy. And in this pandemic period, more and more companies are adapting to digital marketing. And to know more about digital marketing, we are honored to welcome Yan Ting today to be our guest. Yan Ting is the founder and chief strategist of Elevan August Media, and she will tell us more about digital marketing. So Yan Ting, welcome.
Hi, Rachel.
Hello, how are you?
I, I'm good. So today is a Saturday, and thanks, Rachel, for giving up your precious time on the Saturday to do
Sure.
this interview with me.
Thank you so much for coming on board to let us interview you. So, first off, we must be all wondering about the title Chief Strategist. Can you
Yeah.
tell us more about the what's the role of the strategist?
Okay. So Chief Strategist is actually a title that I thought of it myself because I think most of the time when somebody starts a company, right, their own business, they'll probably call themselves like CEO or what else. Yeah, mostly CEO, right? But I didn't want to go towards that angle because I feel that it's a bit overrated. Nowadays, everyone can call themselves an entrepreneur as a CEO. So I didn't want to be, do too ambitious on that. So I call myself Chief Strategist because I'm actually the one who is handling my client's account from day to day. So whenever there are prospecting that needs to be done, the first touch point of a prospect or a lead is actually always me. Yeah. So I see myself, my role as a pretty much consultative role rather than a sales pitcher. Yeah. So how are we different in Elevan August Media is that we actually see most of our prospects and clients more than pretty much like a patient. Yeah, and then us as the doctors. So when we do our so-called sales pitch, right? Yeah, when we get in touch with them, we actually ask a lot of questions. We try to diagnose their problems, and then we try to prescribe them with our services. Yeah, it's pretty much like how the doctor will prescribe you with medicine as well. So I realized that this method has been working very well in today's era because gone are the days where you have to hard sell your services to clients, and actually nowadays consumers are they're very smart. They can smell from far away if you're trying to sell them something. Yeah. So I would say chief strategist is pretty much like a doctor in this company. Yeah.
That's a very creative way to like do the energy between
Yeah.
doctors and also what you are doing right
Correct. Actually, this is the new modern way of selling. Yeah. So if you go YouTube and look for new selling methods of 2020, these are a lot of things that people are actually trying to advocate right now. Yeah. So it is more of you trying to understand your clients' problems and then trying to understand their pain points and then coming up with solutions, which is within your scope of service as well.
You were talking about values, and values is very difficult to change. And exactly this is what we are seeing in Singapore, where there is only 30% of a woman being the founder of a company in the tech industry, because we always associate founders as men, and we call businessmen men instead of businesswoman. So I have two questions regarding this. First is, why do you think that there is such a huge gap in the gender distribution in the founder area? And also, secondly, do you think that society could have done more to help and also encourage women to step up more to start their business in Singapore?
Okay, so answering to your first question, right, I think I have to link back to the education system in Singapore. In fact, to the whole world, maybe not so much in the Western world, but pretty much in the east side of the world. So I think in Singapore, there is a huge emphasis on academic success. So a lot of us, we are taught in school, oh, you need to go to a good school, get good grades, and then find a good and stable job. So the thing is, a lot of us, be it men or women, we are following this pathway. And in fact, a lot of us are very good byproducts of this system. I have to say this system is working so well. It's really a success that so many countries are trying to follow what Singapore is trying to do. But the thing is, so answering to your question, right, why only 30% of the founders are female, right? I think when it comes to today's context in Singapore, a lot of females, right, in fact, are working moms. Yeah. So the thing is, after you gave birth, you still need to go back to the workforce. And then the thing is, right, because of the high cost of living in Singapore, a lot of women tend to play it safe because when you're a working mom, you definitely have double income. You can have a good lifestyle for your family. So if supposedly if the wife is going to be a founder, she's going to start her own business, and then the husband has to be the one who is supporting the household, they probably have to accept a lower lifestyle, right? For the start. I mean, of course, I'm talking about when you're first starting, you have to take a lower lifestyle. Eventually, if your business scale up, then your lifestyle will become better. But frankly speaking, if you ask out of 10 people, I'm not sure how many people are willing to take this sacrifice first. So I think it's all about whether the women is willing to step out of a comfort zone. Yeah. But I realize also, like, usually for women who are not married, they're single, they're more daring to pursue what they really want to pursue. So for those who really want to start a family, then maybe they like to play it safe. Yeah. So maybe that explains why there's only 30% of women who are founders. Yeah. And then answering to your second question, right? Your second question.
The second question is, do you think that the society has done enough, or
Okay.
maybe they could have done more to encourage women to step up more?
Okay. I think when we talk about society, right, I think in general, the government is doing a lot for Singaporeans to start their own business because they're giving grants. Yeah, they have associations like Association of Small Business Enterprise, ASME. So in fact, ASME, they have multiple offices in Singapore where you can go down, you can meet a manager and tell them, hey, I want to start a business. How do I even get started? How do I register my company? How do I hire, etc.? So that's for both men and women. But I think for women, right, of late, I've been seeing a lot of accounts on Instagram, like the Quick Society. I mentioned to you the high net worth women. Yeah, so they are constantly pushing out content. They are constantly organizing webinars, events, just for women only, just to empower women. And then the other thing is, I also noticed that a lot of moms who have their own business or women who have their own business, they are also setting up chat groups on WhatsApp. They are setting up private groups on Facebook. Yeah, that is consistently giving value, inspiring and cheering each other. So I think in general, the society has been doing a lot already as compared to 10 years ago, to empower women to be their own business owners. Yeah.
So in summary, it's more of risk aversion, especially when a woman decided to start a family. It could be hard for them to like take up the risk of doing a startup company. And maybe sometimes it's we don't know where to find help, but actually help is out there. We just need to find the mentor or maybe like someone to guide you. Actually, it's like I totally agree to what you said. It's very easy to start a company right now. It's just whether or not you are willing to step out of the comfort zone. So talking about like stepping out of the comfort zone, do you have any advice, or what's your ultimate advice to a woman that is eagerly to become an entrepreneur just like you?
Okay, so interesting thing is that, okay, last time I think I didn't mention to you before, I used to be a cabin crew.
Oh, yeah. No, you didn't.
I used to be a cabin crew with Singapore Airlines. So the thing is, right now with the situation, the aviation industry is heavily affected, right? So a lot of my ex-colleagues, they are not working for a few months already. So the thing is, I mean, it depends on how you see it. So I think it's all about the mindset. It's all about the attitude. It's all about how much you believe in yourself. So the thing is, I spoke to some of them. I went to them and I said like, hey, now that you're taking this break, what are you exactly doing with your time? This is, although you are not having a salary right now, but don't you think this is the best time for you to reconsider your options? Do you still want to continue flying? Flying is a great job, but there are also their risks. You have your health risk, you have your income risk, whatever. So the thing is, I told them, wouldn't it be good if you can reconsider your options? Yeah, but a lot of them will be like, no lah, it's okay lah. I think this is for me. I'm quite good. We are just taking a break right now, and I think we are going to resume flying again. So again, I think I'm not just talking about this pertaining to cabin crew. I'm talking about this pertaining to people in general. Like a lot of people, they are not comfortable taking a step out of their comfort zone because they don't believe in themselves that much. They don't really see the potential in themselves. And the next thing is about the people they mix with. So you heard of this, right? You are the average of the 5 people you mix with. So the thing is, if you are always mixing with people who are employed, people who like to play it safe, people who don't seek to excel in anything they do, then of course you want to be like them, you see. Yeah. So I think having the mindset shift, maybe the first step is that, find people who are already doing what you aspire to do. Yeah, and again, you can always you don't have to really go and find friends, from internet and then try to befriend them. It looks a bit fake, but I think we can start off with like following accounts, accounts of other business influencers, or join chat groups that can offer a lot of value, and you have so many like-minded entrepreneurs there, and then that's where you can actually find your mentors as well. So I think a mentor can also help you to push yourself out of the comfort zone. Yeah.
Exactly, like surrounding yourself with people like-minded and always encourage you to do at the same direction as the other
Yeah.
four, or like at least you thought that you are being encouraged by the other person. Actually, you might be the one that is encouraging the other person that is doing things. So that's a very good advice over there. And also, I know that this circuit breaker has pushed many of us going out of our comfort zone. I've seen like so many of my friends starting like online bakery shop. And I heard that you have a new venture right now. Like you did this weekly Facebook update of yours. Do you care to would you care to tell us more about this thing?
Okay. Actually, I created a series called Stay at Home series, so which is something that I post weekly during the circuit breaker period. So we had like 7 or 8 weeks right at home. So actually, this was something that I wanted to do before we start the year. Like it was part of my New Year resolutions, but I just keep pushing it because I realized like, wow, it's taking so much time. I need to think of the content, I have to shoot it, I have to find people to edit. But I'm like, okay, right now it's circuit breaker. I don't have any excuse to say that I have no time for this. So I just get down and I did it. And actually, the whole intention of doing this, right, is actually more for company branding. Yeah, because I realized like a lot of businesses, what they are doing right now, they are paying a lot of money for paid ads to get leads, to get inquiries. But I realized that is something that is very short term, because once you stop your ads, your leads are not coming in. So I thought, it would be better to build a brand, because brand building is forever. Look at Singapore Airlines and Espresso. If they stop their ads today, you still go to their stores, you still fly with them. So, and then I realized that right now, because people always say that video content is king, right? So there's no better way to actually build your brand through video content, because that's where you can actually 100% give value to the community and people who are actually in the sphere of digital marketing, or business owners who are actually looking for a reliable digital marketing agency. If they were to see my videos, they would feel like, hey, yeah, this person is always showing their face, they're giving value, they're different from other agencies who are not doing anything else and just try to pitch their services. Yeah, so I want to use this video to actually really differentiate myself from other agencies.
Especially when during this circuit breaker, we spend more and more time on social media. I think the other day I saw my usage of phone just rise up by 50% during this circuit breaker. So definitely whatever that you're doing right now, it's a very good way of doing branding. And just like you said, brand lasts forever. If you start doing advertisement right now, you won't forget McDonald's, you won't forget KFC. Okay, not advertising them right now, but yeah. So the last part of before we end our podcast, I have this very fun thing that we always do to our interviewees. It's the IWA 3 golden question session.
Okay.
It's
sure.
I'm going to ask you a question, 3 questions, and you have to tell me exactly what you thought of the first time when you hear the question. Okay, in 1 second.
Wow, within 1 second. Okay.
No, okay, you can take like 2-3 seconds. It's okay. So the first question: if the world, the food in the world become very little, there is no more food, and you have to choose one food to eat for the rest of your life, which food would that be?
Okay, I'll take chicken wings, like fried chicken wings. Actually, any kind of chicken wings. I like the ones from Newton Circles as well. barbecued ones. Like I'm really a big fan of chicken wings.
That's a very good idea. You know, like you have chicken wing, that fried part is like carbohydrate, and then you have protein, a very
Yeah.
combination of nutrition. So the
Yeah.
next one is what is one word that will describe you the best?
Can I say independent?
Yeah, sure. So why do
Yeah.
you think independent? Like, could you elaborate more?
Yeah, because I think when it comes to personal life, right, I am pretty much comfortable, because some people they say, oh, I cannot go out and eat alone. I cannot be seen dining at a hawker center alone. So in that aspect of my private life, I'm okay. I'm really okay to do things alone, shop alone, maybe not watch a movie alone. I think that one would be nice to have a companion. Like to eat alone, I'm okay. And when it comes to work-wise, right, like in business, I'm pretty much a self-starter. Like I don't need to be told to do what to do because I can work on my own. I can work in teams. I can when I started this business, I don't have other co-founders. I did this myself. So I would say, yeah. So number one word that describe me will be independent.
I'm very sure that's like one of the criteria before you can become a successful founder also. So remember the word independent. So the last question, if you only have one day left in the world, what would you do?
What will I do? Only one day left. I think I will want to reunite with my family. Yeah, because right now I'm living with my husband. I'm married already, so I don't live together with my parents anymore. So I think the last day, if on this earth, I think it would be good to reunite with family. Yeah,
And also, I
yeah,
think this circuit breaker pulls put us at two different places, and it definitely draw our heart closer. So
yeah.
thank you so much for your time. And this is the end of the video podcast. If you like what Yan Ting is doing, please do follow her on her Facebook. And also, if you like our video podcast, do like and subscribe our video. So please stay tuned to our next episode. Thank you so much for being here. Thank
Thank
you, Yan
you.
Ting. Shouting out for IWA. If you want to empower other ladies or yourself, email us at support@iwa.sg. Do stay tuned for our upcoming podcast every week on our respective channels. Like and subscribe our videos. Ciao!